morning in Mammoth. A little bit of a rough sleep. Have the heater here in the minivan. Quite crowded. See if I can adjust it here. I'll show you the. Looks like there's snow. I mean, it was windy, really windy. I thought this tree was going to fall down. That's out in front over here, but there's snow. Well, it actually freaking snowed. So Mammoth is about 7,800 feet. So it's off my estimate the other day. There we go. You can see the mountains, the snow. You can see here with the weather report what it was like that night. Very blustery. Here's a picture of me I took that night, and the van was really rocking back and forth. So I really only got about 3.5 hours sleep. Here's the little trusty heater, and it worked well. And honestly, from here, since I was so tired, I really didn't get much sleep. So I decided to go get something to eat and kind of wander around town a little bit. And then I ended up taking the car and actually having a pretty nice day. And we'll start with that now. So that's the introduction to it. Jesus, looks like someone really bit the dust here. It's crazy. Those cars were actually by the fire department, so obviously they were keeping them there maybe to show kids or something in the schools. That's just what I figured. Why else would they hold on to them? I'm going to, the rest of the time, I'm just going to be quiet here and just enjoy the sights and sounds. Nothing like a nice coffee and breakfast right here. The front of the engine, keep everything warm. Up here at Mary Lake. And it's a good time for a coffee. Of course, I have my favorite mug. Yeah, so sleep kind of sucked last night. Probably get about, I don't know, 3.5 hours. Wind was blowing fierce. I mean, it was, believe it or not, like shaking the minivan, like moving back and forth in big buffets of wind. And I was in this campground that was closed, so I parked outside of it towards the downtown of Mammoth. And I wasn't going to go out in the open camping because it was raining, and I've been out there in the motorcycle before, and there's a lot of sand and mud. And even though I have larger tires on the van, it'll sink in sand. It's not really set up for that. So I decided to play it safe, stay in town. But boy, it was pretty scary. I mean, it was really blowing hard. And earplugs, even though I had some earplugs, the van would still like shake, you know. And man, talk about anxiety. Then it was a little cramped. I need to somehow put some more stuff on top. The heater worked great. Now I had it on the lowest setting, but then it decided that it was going to overheat, so it shut off. So I found out you can't have it on the lowest setting because it doesn't move enough air. You got to have it on a little higher setting than the lowest, which I did. And so I was warm. So I was warm all night, which was great. So the little diesel heater, I just stuck it out the window and the exhaust, and it worked great. Anyways, I'm going to show you what I have going on for breakfast here. So, for a very special breakfast, I am going to make a cup of noodles and 2 eggs. What do you think, huh? I'm going to cook a cup of noodles first. Then I'm going to throw it back in there and heat it up again, and then throw the eggs in. A little pepper and salt. I think that's all there. There we go. Oh yeah, look at the delicious. right, we're going to go down and take a quick peek at a Lake George, part of the Mammoth Lakes. So the views look pretty good. It's pretty frigid. It's probably about 44 degrees with a pretty steady wind. All right, we're heading down a road to Horseshoe Lake. So I didn't realize that, I was kind of ignorant that, Mammoth isn't just the ski resorts. There's tons of different places to go to here. So, well worth it. Well, guess who just lost a drone? It's up in that dire tree way at the top. My donation to Mammoth Lakes. Good thing I only spent 50 bucks on it. What a fail. I was just getting used to it too. See, I want to get a better shot of the lake over here. And so I shot it up. And normally push 2 buttons and it floats back down, but when it floated back down, it went down at an angle right into the tree. So, oh well. 50 bucks down the tube. Well, on that sad note, this video is running a little long, so I'll end it here. Poor drone, I wasn't even able to give him a name before he decided to fly away. This is the last known shot he had of our little setup. Poor little guy.